Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And it's always a bit odd to see someone who, they're talented, they're highly musical, they've got a hell of a voice. They've had hit records, they're respected within the industry, and all of a sudden they go a bit bonkers. And this is what's happened to Craig David. He has now started to hear voices, and rather than seek professional psychiatric help, he's decided to tell everybody about it. It's kind of worrying. This sounds like it ought to be something that we're laughing about, but I don't think we should. I do think he needs help. But let's have a look at the article and see what the hell is going on inside his mind. So, I was in the closet about being psychic. Craig David claims he is clairvoyant and can hear his ancestors as he speaks out about his talents for the first time. I mean, it's going to be so easy to ridicule him. And I'm going to try not to. Who am I kidding? He's gearing up to release his 8th studio album and his first ever self-help book, and I really hope he reads it. Craig David revealed that he is a man of many talents, as he admitted to being a clairvoyant who can hear his ancestors on Tuesday. That's kind of like the song, isn't it? Monday, then I hear my ancestors on Tuesday, seek psychiatric help Wednesday. He's a better singer than I am. Anyway, the singer, 41. Oh, I see. He admitted on Tuesday he hears his ancestors, not that he can only hear his ancestors on a Tuesday. Anyway, the singer, 41, spoke about his talents for the first time after he confessed he had been in the closet about his psychic abilities for a while. In an interview with Fern Cotton for her Happy Place podcast, Craig explained, "I'm super empathic, super sensitive, and super psychic. He's just super." Which I feel very liberated to say now. I was a bit in the closet about being psychic. Well, you'd have thought being psychic and you were in the closet, you'd have somehow managed to, divine the way out of the closet. He said, but I'm very clairvoyant and I can see things in the future. Well, you would have seen, for example, the need to wear shoes when going outside. And this picture shows that no, you didn't. He says, my ears ring off like crazy and I know there's a guide or some ancestor trying to come through and tuning in. Keep that in mind. It comes after Craig said he'd been violated by a stalker's campaign of harassment, but she insists she is no threat and that Elvis had worse last month. The R&B star was given an indefinite stalking protection order against infatuated Tanya Gill, 31, at Bromley Magistrates Court. Tanya stalked him between 2016 to 2021, knocking on his hotel room door and attending his home address and sending a letter to his parents. Now, he said that he was hearing, his ears were ringing and he could hear his ancestors. So I'm presuming that it was his parents calling him on the phone to tell him that there was a letter. Oh, my ears are ringing. Oh, I can hear my ancestors. Anyway, in a statement read out in court, the 7 Days Crooner said, he's been around longer than that, said, the whole series of incidents have left me feeling violated and uncomfortable in my own home. Needs to buy a better sofa. He called Tanya sinister and said that she'd left him in fear before adding, and listen, I want to be able to walk down the street without looking over my shoulder. This female is the only person who's ever made me feel this way throughout the whole of my career. So this stalker is the only one who made him able to walk down the street without looking over his shoulder. So I'm presuming that she was walking in front of him and he was having to keep an eye on her. He said, I tried to see her as someone who was a little too excited, but it escalated into something that was far more scary. Tanya said that certain matters did not happen in accordance with what he said. She added, there's a video on YouTube that's been removed about me and Mr. David claiming he is gay. That's the thing about the closet, isn't it? He would have been clairvoyant enough to make sure he got out of that closet a long time ago. If I turned up at his door, I'm presuming this is the door of his closet, as a man, he would have opened the door. Oh yeah, baby. I think if he stated his sexuality in the beginning, I would never have gone to see him. Tanya denied the suggestion that she would change her mind about her new disinterest in Mr. David if she were to find out he was straight or had a girlfriend. It would be a cover-up, she said. The singer was granted an interim... I mean, nobody really cares. Let's be honest, nobody cares. You care, can he sing? Answer, actually, yes, very well. I will be completely fair. I mean, I'm laughing, but yeah, he has got a hell of a voice. The singer was granted an interim stalking protection order in December last year against Tanya on the grounds that she posed a risk associated with stalking to another person, and there is reasonable cause, blah, 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 blah. She's contesting it, but blah, blah, blah. All rubbish. But, get rid of that. He's coming out of the closet as a clairvoyant. Yeah, Mr. David, that's not what you're coming out of the closet for, is it? That's number one. And number two, you're not that much of a clairvoyant. Let's be honest. And number three, I suggest if you really feel this way, you need to seek help. Because unless it is your parents on the telephone that gives you that ringing in your ears and you hear your ancestors, you're delusional and you need to get medicated. Unless, of course, it's the backlash of previous medications. Know what I mean, mate? Anyway, I shall leave it there and come up. Yeah, I mean, let's hope that it is just him sort of yabbling on. He's had a few drinks and he's talking to Fern Cotton and he's just let his mouth run away with him. Because I don't think he really thinks that, does he? I mean, does he? Seriously? I mean, if he does, he really does need help. If he isn't, if it's just booze talk and he's had a little wet afternoon with Fern, although that's probably not likely, really, is it? Let's be honest, because I think that closet story is true, just not about the psychic ability, but that doesn't matter. So it won't be too wet with Fern. But he does need help if it's true, But if it's not true, it's just beer and bollocks, and that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, why do these stars feel the need to do this? What is it? They need to have this self-importance. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm super, super, super. I'm a clairvoyant. Well, you'd have seen the backlash, mate, if you were. Anyway, buy me a lottery ticket. I'll finish there. Thanks for listening. If you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, please. Share the video. And until next time, stay well, stay safe. Don't listen to Crave David. He talks rubbish. And goodbye.